Hi there, and welcome to this video. I got a lot of requests to make an entire video on Reiki symbols, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. And I'm also going to incorporate hand movements, finger flutters, and I'll also share a tip, something that you can do even if you're not initiated into Reiki. So if any of that interests you, let's get into the video and begin. Let's start off with some incense. I ran out of my small matchsticks, so I'm going to have to use a big one today. These are actually supposed to be for fireplaces and barbecues. This incense stick, I'm now going to activate the Honsha Senshonin symbol. This is what I like to use often in these sessions that we have, because the symbol is meant to help us come back to the present moment, the still point that is realized once you've released the illusion of dualness. We're letting that go and just being still and balanced in this very moment. So I'm going to draw that symbol and activate that archetypal energy for us. Om Sha Sen Sho Nen. Om Sha Sen Sho Nen. Om Sha Sen Sho Nen. So I've drawn the symbol 3 times. That's kind of like the magic number, which activates the symbol and brings this energy into the space we've created. You'll find that a lot of spiritual rituals include the number 3, and that is because it's the number of manifestation, the 3D. So we've done that. Now what I like to do is I like to follow up with the Cho Ku Rei symbol and do that 3 times as well. So now I'm going to draw the Cho Ku Rei symbol. Cho Ku Rei, Cho Ku Rei, Cho Ku Rei. What the Cho Ku Rei symbol does is it represents expansion. It carries yang energy and allows us to have more of something. So the Cho Ku Rei expands the energy of the Honsha Senshonin symbol. Another way to use the Cho Ku Rei is to actually draw it in reverse, so in the counterclockwise motion, and this promotes the yin effect of this, which is to what are the words I'm looking for? Reduce or decompress, lessen. So Sometimes when I want more of a certain emotion, maybe that's a feeling of lightness, then I'll use the expansion version, the yang version. If I want to reduce something like maybe pain or pressure or tension, then I'll go the opposite way. Why don't we do this? I'm going to draw the Cho Ku Rei symbol several times, and I want you to think of something that you want to expand, and I'll draw it in this positive clockwise motion. Then, when the time comes, you can think of something to reduce, and I'll draw it in the counterclockwise motion to help you with that. Okay? And I'll do this with my hands. So starting with the clockwise Cho Ku Rei, what would you like to expand? Let's begin. Now take some deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and let it out. Deep breath in. And release. Now I'm going to draw the Cho Ku Rei symbol in the reverse. So I'm going to go counterclockwise, and you can now think of something that you want to reduce or lessen or alleviate, whether that be physical, emotional pain, or overwhelming thoughts, negativity, tension. Let that come to mind. And we're going to go in the reverse to lessen and alleviate this for you. Yep, okay. What I like to do often is I'll just rotate my hand in a counterclockwise motion over my heart center, because I tend to feel a lot of tension and pressure in my chest, and I do this to help myself lessen that pressure and breathe easier. So I invite you to do this also if you maybe suffer from pressure in the chest, difficulty breathing sometimes because of anxiety maybe. You can move in a counterclockwise motion over your chest, and that really helps. It's my main remedy. And similarly, if you have gut issues, if you have like if you get a nervous stomach sometimes, you can also move in a counterclockwise motion. And this does the same thing, but for your belly and your gut. So now I'm just going to move my hand in a counterclockwise motion and help you with this. Now at the same time, if you feel called to, you can place your hand over that trouble spot and simultaneously do this with me. Double the intention, double the power. want to introduce to you the Sei Hei Ki symbol. This is a symbol that I sometimes use if there is an emotional wound. So now I'm going to draw the Sei Hei Ki symbol. Sei Hei Ki. Sei Hei Ki. Sei Hei Ki. Now I'm going to draw the Honsha Senshonen symbol that you saw earlier in this video. I'm just going to draw it for a bit, and here's your opportunity to fully meditate. And meditate as in realize this present moment as the only reality that exists. Be here right now, because the truth is there is no dualness, no duality. There is no past. When you experience the past, that was the present, and there is no future. When you experience the future, it's going to be the present. There is no good or bad. When you see yourself as good, there's always an ounce, an aspect of you that isn't entirely good. When you see yourself as bad, there's always an aspect that isn't entirely bad. It's never black or white. You're never totally happy or totally sad. Always in between. Always good and bad. Happy and sad. Let's drop duality altogether as I draw the symbol. Om Sha Sen Sho Nen. Om Sha Cho. Cho Ku Rei. Cho Ku Rei. Cho Ku Rei. Fully being in the here now, expanding present moment awareness. I hope that you were able to enjoy the symbols and you found them relaxing and soothing. Thank you so much for being here. This concludes our beautiful, relaxing and soothing session. I will see you in the next video.